chances are you were a kid, and chances are very good that you played with Mr. Potato Head. But did you know back in the 60s, he had some really strange sidekicks? Let's talk about them. Guys, it's time for another video. That's right, today we're going to go back to the late 1960s to look at Hasbro's Mr. Potato Head. Now, I'm sure we all know Mr. Potato Head. I don't care if you grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, the zeros, whatever you call it, the tens, whatever. Everybody knows Mr. Potato Head. It was a lot of fun. And I know, before you tell me in the comments, that the original Mr. Potato Head was an actual potato. You just bought the parts and stuck it on your potato. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, people didn't have internet back then. You had a lot of free time on your hands. But in the late 60s, Hasbro started making Mr. Potato Head. And I guess it's such a success, they brought a whole new characters in, more than just a potato head. And it's so wacky, we've got to talk about it. But first, let's look at the Mr. Potato Head that at least I knew growing up, made by Hasbro under the logo Romper Room. Some of you may remember that Romper Room. It was a kid show back in the 70s, and they put that brand on Mr. Potato Head. As you can see right here, this is the one I grew up with. Now, they made a lot of different ones throughout the years, but this is the one I know, with the top hat, the Bill Cosby nose, the big ears, the Mr. Wizard glasses, and the big red lips and the phony mustache, and even the pipe. It was a lot of fun. You open it up, take it out of the box, play with it for hours. Again, we didn't have internet, so we would play with this thing for hours. I mean, we didn't even have good video game systems to play with back when I bought this. Sure, we had Pong and maybe early days of Atari, but we wasn't rescuing no princess with Mario or anything. And one thing I always loved about this Mr. Potato Head is, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you turn Mr. Potato Head around and look at his buttocks, it's a door. It opens up. You can keep the parts inside. That's right. Just open up the back door, slide all the parts.
That girl standing over there listening and you're telling her about our back doors?
Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head? Back doors are not secrets.
Yeah, but Jim, you're giving away all our best tricks.
Now, let's move on. Because also in the 70s, there was a deluxe set that came with a fireman hat and other cool parts. You could do all kinds of stuff. And I think we know when we talk about other related Mr. Potato Head toys, I think we all know about Mrs. Potato Head. I know this is an old box here. That might be one of them real potatoes. I'm not really sure. Mrs. Potato Head. So there, we've got the husband and the wife. You got it. Mr. and Mrs. Or is it Mrs. Potato Head. Oh, and this one comes where driving a car and pulling some kind of, a tractor, a shopping tractor. Oh, women be shopping.
That's true, women do shop.
But sometimes you could buy just extra accessories for your Mr. Potato Head. You could get these sets right here and send your Mr. Potato Head to the moon. But we're here to talk about sidekicks of Mr. Potato. Well, if you got Mr. and Mrs. Potato, you have to have some little spud potatoes here. Here you can do all kinds of stuff. The all new combined. This is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head inside. I thought there were two at the bottom were baby Potato Head, but no, it's just Mr. Potato Head's friends. I guess they're gonna run a train on Mrs. Potato Head. I'm not sure, but we're here to talk about the weird, wacky sidekicks of the Mr. Potato Head world. Well, first, here's a body to Mr. Potato Head. I don't know why he's got that little bitty hat on, but he does. And this one here jumps. Yeah, he's got spring legs. He hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, like he's going to a Thanksgiving Day parade or something. But again, we're here to talk about his sidekicks, his strange sidekicks. Check this out right here. A potato head pet. Now, it looks like it's missing the head, so I couldn't really figure this out. Maybe you got to add your own. Maybe this is where you buy your own fruit, vegetable, or whatever and make your own potato head, I guess. So I can't really count this as a sidekick, so let's move on to this sidekick. This is real. You think, oh man, Junkman is really good at photoshopping. No. Look at this. Really Burger. Yeah, it's a hamburger, Mr. Potato Head. And you can see right there, you can make a ketchup bottle, Mr. Potato Head. A ketchup bottle. What's next? Mustard? Let's look at one of these other wacky sidekicks. Frankie Frank. A wiener. A wiener. Now, you can put a mustache on your wiener. I know we all want to do that. We've all looked at our wiener and want to put a mustache on it. But now you could. You can put glasses and ears and even a top hat on your wiener. You could do it. Wiener.
Foul mouth, immature. The man's immature, you know? He's like a fucking child.
Now, I hope this isn't like you have to take one of your real wieners out of the refrigerator or anything. I don't really know. But let's check out another one of his wacky, crazy sidekicks. Frenchy Fry. Frenchy Fry. Yeah, this isn't a joke. Yes. Wait, this is kind of disturbing because Mr. Potato Head, all cut up, could become a French fry. That's kind of weird. And it looks like it has some kind of like Sunkist bottle, Mr. Potato Head, on the package. But there you go, a French fry. Frenchy Fry Potato Head. Well, let's look at another wacky, crazy sidekick. What is that, an orange? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Oh, this is just extra parts so you can do some down-home fun on the farm. Is that a Mr. Potato Head cow? Wow, let's look at sidekicks. Oscar the Orange. Oscar the Orange. Now, we're going to make a joke and say, oh man, it's Mr. Potato Head Donald Trump. But I don't want to, don't get political on this channel. I'm just saying, people say it's orange. It's orange, okay? But there you go, Oscar. Oscar, you thought it was just Oscar the Grouch. No, there's also Oscar the Orange. Yeah, an orange potato head. Check out this sidekick here. Mr. Potato Heads plus his friend, Cookie the Cucumber. And it's a girl cucumber. Really, again, I hope this is a plastic cucumber. You gotta take one from your refrigerator. Your mom's gonna be mad at you if you're under Mr. Potato Head. You're taking the potatoes, you're taking the cucumbers, you're taking the orange, you're taking everything out of the fridge and sticking little toys all over it. Oh, they even made one for the boys right here called Cookie the Cucumber. Well, it looks more like a, well, okay, it looks like a girl too. It's still got a little pink bow. Maybe they just changed the name. Let's put C so we can have two C's. I don't know. But there's another one right there. Hasbro proudly presents Cookie the Cucumber with her friend, Mr. Potato. Okay, it's a girl. 30 pieces? But we're not done. There's more stupid sidekicks. Like this right here. Katie the Carrot. Again, you think, Joe, man, you're making this up. No. If you're a little kid in the late 60s, you might have played with Katie the Carrot. Carrot. Look at those orange shoes.
Where did you get that dress? It's awful, and those shoes and that coat. Jeez.
We're still not done with this wacky, weird sidekicks like this one right here. Pete the Pepper. They don't have a good name of Mr. Potato Head. That's a good name. They tried to do something as good as Mr. Potato Head, but they never could. Pete the Pepper. Now you're asking kids to go in the refrigerator and get a hot pepper out of the fridge. Oh, that's dangerous. Again, maybe it was a plastic potato head. I mean, a plastic pepper head. I'm not really sure. I know. Well, that's where you go. This video is supposed to tell us all about it, but I didn't care that much about it. Let's move on to another sidekick. Mr. Potato Fish. I don't know if you can call this a sidekick. Maybe it's a pet. Can you believe this? Yeah. Mr. Potato Head Fish. It's not even that good fish. Then we have Mr. Potato Head Bird. A Mr. Potato Head Bird. You kids in the 60s, y'all were weird, man. Y'all were weird. And here goes one more. Mr. Potato Head Bug. Oh, that's what I want. What you want for Christmas, little Johnny? Give me a potato bug I can put lips and hair and ears on. What? I know we didn't have as much to do back then, but were kids this freaking bored? A Mr. Potato Head Bug. Now this next one was released around the same time as these others, but it's not an official Mr. Potato Head. It's not made by Hasbro, but I thought I'll throw it in because you could have bought it and made it your sidekick. Right here. Dunky Donut Head. Yeah, a damn donut. It's not even a chocolate donut. It's like a glazed donut. It only has glazed on it. But I guess they put glaze on it. That look kind of nasty, so I can understand that. But there we go. Dicky Donut Head. Maybe you got it at a Dicky Donut restaurant.
Joe DiMaggio and Dinky Donuts.
Yeah. Now, see, like I said, they made some weird spin-off sidekicks of Mr. Potato Head back in the 60s. But I guess kids today had their stupid Mr. Potato Heads also because... Pointing the wrong way. Anyway, let me know, did you get into Mr. Potato Head this much? Did you have these Mr. Potato Heads? I just had the original. And maybe a Mrs. Maybe my sister had a Mrs. or something. I don't know. Maybe we had one laying around the house. But I just knew Mr. Potato Head. I don't know why they didn't have him with a dog. Dog would have been cool. Mr. Potato Head Dog. Could call him Spud.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.